To start our exercise, we're going to begin with a dynamic warm-up. One of the first parts of the warm-up is going to be the walking lunges with a twist. For each of these exercises, you're going to go about 30 feet and then come back the other way and do the next exercise. After the walking twist would be the figure fours, making sure that you stay up on the toe on the figure four and that you're grabbing the ankle and the outside of the shin, not the foot. Next exercise is going to be the knee pulls. Again, going back up on the toes. And the next will then be high knees. Next is butt kicks. And last but not least, to warm up the upper body will be some arm circles, which will help loosen up the shoulders.
These are the box jumps. To start off, you want to stand in front of a secured box or a platform. Then with slight flexion of the hips and the knees and the elbows, and you plantar flexion at the ankles and explode off the ground, extending the knees and hips while swinging the arms. Land softly on the toes onto the box and then immediately jump back down into the same starting position and land softly onto the floor.
Okay, this is for the side jump exercise. You can either find a line on the floor or you can draw one or tape one. What you're going to do is stand next to the line and then slightly flex at the hip, knees, and elbows. Then you're going to explode off the ground to the other side of the line, jumping over it. You're going to land lightly on the other side and then repeat the action as fast as possible, going from one side to the other.
This is the hip flexor mobility exercise. To start off, you start off in the lunge position with the right knee on the floor, and then you lean forward, flexing at the hips, and hold for 1 second. Then return to the starting position. Repeat the repetitions and switch legs, putting the left knee on the floor and the right leg in the front. This is the wall ankle mobility exercise. To start off, find a wall and place your hands up against the wall. Put your legs in a split stance with the right foot about a foot from the wall and about 6 inches in front of the left foot. Lean forward with slight flexion of the knees and hips and dorsiflexion of the ankle, but keeping the heels on the floor at all times, and hold for a second. Then go back to the starting position. Finish the set and then switch the legs and repeat.
Okay, for the squats, you should stand with your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. If you're using your body weight, you should cross your hands over your chest. What you're going to do is begin to flex at the hips and at the knees until you can get as close to a 90-degree angle as possible. At the same time, you want to keep your core tight and your back straight, and make sure that as you go down, that the knees do not go over your line of your toes. As you come back up, you should be pushing through your heels and extending at the knees and the hips, keeping the chest up and the back straight as well. And then repeat the actions to finish the set.
With leg raises, you want to start off by laying down with your backside to the floor, and then you slowly lift both the right and the left legs up a few inches off of the floor, slightly flexing both of the hips. Keep the legs together and hold for about 1 second. Then you bring the legs back down to the floor, slightly extending at the hips, and then repeat this action. So with the push-ups, the starting position is with the hands underneath the shoulders. on the floor and the arms are fully extended. The torso and the legs of the body should form a straight line in the air and is done by keeping the core tight. Lower the body down by flexing at the elbows and adducting or retracting the shoulders until you're 3 inches off the floor. And then push the body up by extending at the shoulders and abducting the shoulders. All the while, the body should remain in straight line as in the starting position. This is the standing shoulder press exercise. To start off, first you stand with your feet slightly farther than shoulder width apart. Then you grab 2 dumbbells of a comfortable weight. The starting position is with the dumbbells over the head, with arms abducted and the elbows flexed at a 90-degree angle, with the elbows being under the wrists. Press your arms upwards until the dumbbells are extended over the head. Then lower the weight back down so that the elbows are back at the 90-degree angle. Then repeat.